Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over how you can actually automate your content creation. Now this is the exact same system that we use in Fluxomate to release over 25 different pieces of content every single week, whether that's on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, or even on newsletter. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the actual content creation process. The way we see it, the kind of three main stages in terms of the content creation. And then we're going to break down each one of these parts individually, what's actually involved in them and what happens. And then for each one of these stages, we're going to be showing you an example of one automation that you can use to really streamline your content creation process. There's a lot going on in this video, and this is once again something that's super valuable to most agencies or businesses in general. As everyone's moving towards content and using it as primary focus, it's invaluable to have an automated content creation system which will save you countless hours every single week, which you can be spending on your business, doing the stuff you're actually good at. Now, just for context, if you don't know who I am and you're new to the channel, my name is Leo. I'm the owner of Fluxomate and AI automation agencies. We help agencies all around the world streamline their processes using AI powered automations. We release all of this content and our resources completely for free to get you started in your automation journey. So if you're an agency and you come across this channel looking to implement automation within your agency, make sure to subscribe. We release free content every single week. Without further ado, let's get straight into the video, how to actually automate your content creation. So the way we see it, there's three main stages to content creation. Now guys, just for context, we are going to be focusing on long form content rather than short form content. However, you can apply the same principles to short form content if you haven't moved on to long form content yet. The first stage is planning. Now, for some people, this is the longest stage, especially if you do a long form content. Here, you make the idea, you write the script, and you actually plan what you're going to be talking about in the video, or have a general sense of direction which your video is going to take. Now, for me, making up the ideas and writing the script for these videos and kind of making these boards that you always make is probably the longest bit for me. However, some people find the next section the longest, depending on the different style of videos that they actually make. For educational videos, I'd probably say this the longest, and if you're an agency, realistically, these are the type of videos that you're actually doing. So automating this is literally invaluable, as it'll save you a lot of headache, trust me. The second stage of content creations is actually doing. Now, this includes two things. The first stage is the recording. Now, there's different ways to actually do that. The way we do it, we just have a screen share. But some people just have a low budget, just film on an iPhone, and then some people have a really high budget, so they rent out a studio with proper cameras, different angles, everything. These videos come out really clean, but they take a very long time to organize firstly, and then to actually record. We like to keep it super simple here. Literally just a screen share to provide you guys as much value as possible on a weekly basis. Towards the future, I'd love to get towards this and hire different team members to just do that individually. But at the moment, you get to enjoy these screen shares from me. The second stage you're actually doing is the editing. Now, if you're still editing yourself, then please invest some money on editors. You can find them on Fiverr or Upwork for relatively cheap. You'll get much better results, and it's 10 times easier to actually do. If you're actually still editing yourself because you don't have the budget for that yet, don't worry. Hopefully these automations will allow you to release more content, which will allow you to make more money, and then you can finally get an editor to make your life so much easier. And then we come to the final stage of content creation, which is the actual posting of the video. Now this includes several steps for us. So firstly, we create the titles and the descriptions if we're posting a YouTube video. Then from that, we post it to the relative platform. So whether you're using YouTube for most people, or I don't know, Rumble if you're cancelled. And then obviously we're going to repurpose that content, so we have to create specific captions to each of the repurposing platforms. The way we usually do it, we get the YouTube video and we split it up into individualized clips. And then for each one of these clips, we have to generate a caption depending on the social media platform. That's the third stage of actually posting the content. Now, just to be clear, guys, as I said at the start, we are going to be focused on long form content rather than short term content. But like I said, you can apply the exact same principles to your short form content, whether it's generating ideas, writing scripts, whatever. Apply the same exact principles to short form content, because at the end of the day, all long form content is a bunch of short form content put together in one piece. Now that we've broken down the content creation process into three main stages and kind of broke down each of the different stages and what happens, we're going to be giving you examples of automations you can use within each stage to make your life a lot easier. Now, these are just examples. In reality, there's literally an infinite possibilities of things you can actually do using automation. But obviously, you're watching this on your screen and I have no clue who you are. So it's very hard for me to make this customized for your preferences, but I will be providing you with some automation examples that most people will be able to apply within the content generating systems. If you want a much more specific example of different automation you can use within your agency, check out the second link in the description. It's basically a form that you fill in with some information about your business. It takes about 3 minutes to actually do, and then from that you'll get 5 free automation examples along with a step-by-step guide how to actually set them up. Once again, guys, this is completely for free and it's an extremely useful tool that you can use to get started on your automation journey. Let's get straight back in the video. So as I said, the first stage of content creation is actually planning, and for this we're going to be giving you this automation example. Now there's a ton of things you can actually automate, whether it's thinking of content ideas or actually writing the scripts. But for this video, we're going to be giving you an example of how to automatically write the scripts in the planning stage. So this is going to start with a trigger, which is an update on the project management board. Now we use Notion for all of our stuff. This is an example of our content creation system. We have different sections, and then in progress. If we open this tab, you kind of be able to see the different stages that each one of these are. Now you can use the exact same thing on whatever platform you use for your content creation management, but the whole point of the trigger is to alert us when we have an idea. We'll then send that information over to a custom ChatGPT. This can be information such as what the video actually is and a quick description of what you're planning to talk about. And the cool thing about custom GPTs, which is a new feature from OpenAI which recently released, we can train it on past content, the kind of video style, and some previous video scripts. So what we do, transcribe all of these video scripts from previous videos, put them in one massive document, and then very specifically prompt it so we can get the exact perfect kind of character for the scripts. I can't even explain how amazing this is. Previously, you had to enter really long prompts if you wanted to use ChatGPT within your automation, but with the use of custom GPTs, or assistants I should probably say, it makes life 10 times easier and saves us from doing more work basically. So after we send data over to ChatGPT, we generate a script using the OpenAI, and then we add that to a new Google Doc file. And within that file, we have the actual video script, and we also have 5 title examples, which we can always refer to during the video. Now, the reason it's a 5 and not 1 is because sometimes the results are a bit different, I should say, but usually 1 in 5 of them will be quite good. And then after that, we alert the team. We actually share the Google document with the relevant team member, and that all loops back and updates the project management system to a different stage, such as script edited. This automation is super useful. It literally saves me multiple hours every single week having to manually write a script for my videos. Now, don't get me wrong, the scripts are not perfect, not yet anyways, but they're amazing base point rather than starting to completely from scratch. You can just edit a script to make it your own. The next phase we talk about is actually doing. Now, there probably are some automations you can do in terms of editing. However, from what I've seen, they're not as good as an editor just yet. So we're still going to stick good old-fashioned way of hiring an editor and allowing them to edit. However, there are some things we can actually do to make the project management for the different videos a lot easier. Now, there's a bunch of different project management tools when it comes to content. However, once again, we use Notion for all of our stuff. As soon as there's an update on our project management within Notion, such as, I don't know, finish recording, we can send a notification over to the editor with the recording files, the actual script, and then the video information. Now guys, this is super simple automation, but if you're regularly uploading videos, or even better, if you have a content agency, this would be super valuable. It will save you a lot of time having to manually share stuff and send it over to your editor, as well as to avoid any delays when it comes to content for you or your clients. Now, this is just an example of a project management update. You can replicate the exact same things for all the different processes you have, such as when an editor stops editing, when there's any progress within the video, in terms of the planning, everything. Communication is very important when you're running an agency, so you want to set up these automations which automatically take care of that for you, so you don't have to worry about if you forgot to message someone or not, or if all the information has reached you or not. We've got a bunch of these within every single department of our team to keep everyone, including our clients, in the loop at all times. And last but not least, we have a posting automation. Now, when it comes to posting, there's literally a million different automations you can actually do in terms of sharing the contents, and there's a bunch of different software that actually automatically does that and repurpose it into small bits when it comes to long form content. However, we're going to be focused on creating titles and descriptions. If you're only creating one piece of content a week, then you don't really have to worry about this, as it's a very minimal task. However, if you're like us and you're pumping out a couple pieces of content every single week, then I'll definitely look to set something similar to this up. So all it does is when the video is ready for review, which basically means it's planned, it's recorded, and it's edited. This is literally the last step of the whole thing. We transcribe the video using OpenAI Whisper, which basically means we turn it from speech to text. Now, I've used Whisper before, and honestly, it wasn't that good before, but after the update, it has improved quite significantly. And when we do that text, we send it over to our custom GPT again, who knows how to write description titles for us. And then from that, we'll have the platform specific titles with 5 different examples and a custom description based on a template. If you look at all of my videos, the description is the same. I have important links at the start, a quick description of the video, and then the same text kind of explaining who I am and what Fluxomate is, along with some social links. So we use that as a template, and we generate a custom description for that video to put in the second section. And then we upload all of that back to the project management tool, so the person that's posting it, whether it's you or an editor, can just automatically refer to that and save a bunch of time every single week. And that's it. That's the third automation example. I hope this has been useful for you guys and really giving you insight on how you can automate different things within your content creation system. Like I said, guys, if you're pushing out multiple videos every single week, then you need to set up some sort of automations within your content creation system to make your life a lot easier, so you can focus more on your clients and have this running in the background on autopilot. And this is really far from a limit you can actually do with this. At the moment, for a client, we're actually setting up a completely automated system that will allow him to use AI to actually make his videos. Now, that is a bit complex, I won't lie to you, but this is a great place to actually start. your automation journey and setting up these simple automations so you can kind of see the benefits of automation before investing a bunch of time into actually making different sets. If you wanted to gain an insight on how automation can specifically benefit your specific business, all you have to do is check out the second link in the description. I've got a form there that will take about 3 minutes to fill in. Once you do that, you'll get 5 completely custom automation examples which are specific to your business, along with a step-by-step guide on how you can set them up by yourself. Once again, guys, this is completely for free, so please do make the most of all the tools we make available for you guys. If you have any questions whatsoever, or you want to see a bit more detail about any of the specific automations, don't hesitate to comment below and I'll get it recorded for you guys. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We post videos like this every single week. And before you swipe off and leave, to implement these automations within your agency, don't forget to smash that like button if you want to see more content exactly like this. Thank you for watching. I hope this is helpful for you guys, and I guarantee if you spend about 10 minutes setting any of these up, you'll see a return on investment. I'll catch you in the next one.